I'm happy I'm today with you and to share my thoughts on the impact of hearing loss. I lost my hearing gradually, and today's presentation is actually a view at the impact of hearing loss on the individual, on the family, on the job in which you are. Okay. The impact of family member is enormous, and yet we usually don't think about it. I stayed alone when my daughters were 12, 10, and 7 years old. And of course, I relied a lot on their help at that time. In fact, I didn't even think much about how my loss affected them. When grown up, we started to talk a lot about that. And I'm sharing a moment of reflection with you.
I used to hate phone calls because I remember when I was little, whenever a phone rang and there was an unknown number, I had to pick up and talk on mom's behalf, and I hated that. I never knew what we were talking about. There were like phones about the electricity or water or I don't know, some things that I just wasn't aware of. But I had to talk to the person and then tell my mom in person what they're saying and then wait for the reply and then answer the person on the phone. And it was just, I just hated it every time the phone rang. And the same thing was when she had to call someone new. And I remember like it caused a lot of tension because me and my sisters were fighting who's gonna do it, and because neither of us wanted to do it.
And also, my another girl, Rana.
Hi everyone. So when I think about my childhood and living with a hard of hearing mom, one of the least favorite things or saddest memories is when I called my mom with good news. So for example, I got a good grade in one of my classes, but then sometimes over the phone, I had to repeat it 20 times and she still would not understand me. So that was really tough on me and probably also on her. Because I just wanted to share my good news, but sometimes it would actually take me over 5 minutes to just tell her I got a good grade. And because it became really frustrating, I would start crying, which did not help and just made things worse. So most of the time, she just told me to call my grandma, since she also probably felt really bad for not understanding me.
So when you somehow get over your loss, you start to realize that you are not actually alone. I was thinking a lot about our behaviors, and if we behave like children, we know that adults in illness can often be like children. We are maybe in the role of a parent and we are teaching people around us how to behave, or we are adults and find an appropriate solution. This sentence is from one song. It is a very fine message. Nobody said it is easy. Nobody said it's that hard. So what is our relationship in partnership in the family, at work, among friends? How we presented our hearing loss? It is important to build on our strengths. In this way, we can greatly improve our life in the wider community. If I may say, our social life, but also in our microenvironment in the family. So in that line, if you have your personal strength, you can gain on strength. You are able to expressing yourself and raising awareness about hearing loss. Very simple. And on personal relationship, because of your personal growth up, a warning that disability effect on your loved ones, you can have open conversation and understanding on your loved ones at the end. So, do we ever think if we are maybe selfish? And ask yourself and be honest in that. Have you explained to your family how you feel, or you just said, I can't hear? Have you thought about your feelings of despair, fear, loneliness? Did anyone help your family when you were diagnosed with hearing loss? Maybe they feel the same as you, but you didn't talk with each other. Anyone? We know that this is extremely difficult when you are losing your hearing and you are also have to explain and support others. That's happened to me, for example. And I will share with you the video from my mom. She speaks Slovenian. There is an English translation for your understanding. And I will also, after that, share the article. There is the link for article, but I will share it in the chat. It was written by my daughter and expressed her thoughts. In fact, this article was the reason for me to start thinking about my hearing loss, as well as how it affected to my family and to my children.
Saj smo se pogovarjali, sem mami me gledala, pa tako, da najslabši smo se pogovarjali po telefonu, pa jaz sem se še pogovorila z njo. Ona, Adita ni nikoli nič razumela, pa Bogdana ne, in Potra ne. Sam jaz sem se lahko z njo pogovarjala.
In kar ti si mogla pa vse prevajati.
Ja, moj glas je drug bil, veš, bolj tak. Je nekaj imela za stanovanje, ne. Pa se z unom ni mogla pogovoriti, pa je številka mojo dala, ne, da so mene poklicali. Je meni povedal, ko sem pa jaz spet nazaj. Dalje povedala. Jaz sem vedela, da si to ne moreš nič pomagati.
Kaj pa dedi naredil, kaj zvedo, da ne sliši?
Kaj? Težko mu je bilo.
A težko?
Ja, seveda mi je bilo. Vsaka mama, vsak oče ima rad zdrave otroke, čisto ti bom povedala. Sem ne moreš pomagati.
Ampak to ni vedno, ali nobeno tvoje tiči?
Ne, noben ni imel pri nas.
To si dobro sliši.
Vsi smo slišali. Saj sem je že videla na belečki jokala. Kako? Moraš razumeti to. Veš, jaz pa tako bolnega človeka razumem, no, da nikoli ne težim.
In kaj, to če si mogla ponoviti 10?
Pa 10-krat sem potopila. Tuk časa da je razumela.
Kaj pa takrat, ko se je pretvarjala, da razume?
Vse se ni pretvarjala.
Ja, včasih se je pretvarjala, da razume.
Ne, tako pa sem še čisto čas, skoraj po zlogu je, ne, pot sestavljala ona, nispa beseda.
So that was my mom. And is there a need for support for families? Yes, we need a support for families. It is very necessary for everyone, because if you have a hearing loss, it is difficult to teach others, especially at first when you are yourself facing with problems. So it is very, very important help for family members, for partners, for friends, for co-workers. As I said, it is hard to be strong for yourself and educating others in the same time. What about the possibilities? The possibilities are extremely diverse, and it is also up to us to take the initiative and can also organize activities in our environment. However, accessibility must be ensured. We can have open or closed groups, but always accessible. We have on national or international level. You can organize a self-help group in your country, but need to be led in professional way. And also social media. Invite family members and colleagues to join or organize the group just for them. And this is all from me today. Thank you for listening to me.